So Lyft's ride revenues recover by nearly 50% in 3 months, and their quarter three earnings results were actually better than Uber statistically. They did quite a lot better, in fact. Shares of Lyft are riding high, popping more than 7% in after-hours trading today after the American ride-hailing giant reported its Q3 earnings. Lyft, which competes with Uber for rideshare, reported revenues of $499.7 million in the third quarter, a 48% drop from the $955.6 million in the same year ago period. That lackluster result is still a 47% improvement over last quarter, when Lyft reported $339.3 million in revenue. Is that good? Investors were heartened by the improvement and Lyft's ability to beat analysts' revenue expectations of $486.45 million. The company's net loss of $1.46 per share was worse than expected, but investors appeared more bullish than bearish, buying up Lyft equity and boosting its value after the company's earnings report. Lyft's quarter is a story of year-over-year declines and sequential quarter gains. On that theme, the company's active riders fell 44% compared to a year ago quarter and rose 44% compared to Q2 2020. Its revenue per active rider fell 7% compared to Q3 2019, but rose 2% from the sequentially preceding period. Like Uber, Lyft is enjoying patience from investors as it digs its way out from a ride-hailing market pummeled by COVID-19. Uber has enjoyed a delivery business and international operations to buffer its ride revenue declines. Lyft, which is focused on the US market and lacks a delivery program like Uber, has been more impacted by the domestic market. Rising COVID-19 cases and ratcheting lockdowns could threaten Lyft's recovery. Still, its core economics are not falling to pieces despite the pandemic in Q3 2020. Lyft's contribution margin, a metric that is akin to an adjusted gross margin result, was 49.8%. In the year ago quarter, it was 50.1%. Lyft will return as long as ride volume recovers. Lyft's next big hurdle is profitability. The company is still on track to achieve adjusted EBITDA profitability by the fourth quarter of 2021. Even with a slower recovery, Logan Green said during the company's earnings call Tuesday, adding that Lyft is taking an extremely disciplined approach to increase its operating leverage. Lyft is positioned to achieve that profitability goal with about 30% fewer rides than what was required when it originally issued its Q4 2021 profitability target last fall, Green said. Lyft wrapped Q3 with $2.5 billion in cash and equivalents. Its operations have consumed $1.1 billion in cash so far this year, up around $156 million in the third quarter. At $50 million a month, Lyft has lots of room to get back to more pedestrian losses and year-over growth. So interesting. So looks fairly promising. Shout out to Cova. If you're driving with Lyft or Uber or any of the other gig companies, make sure you get yourself a gig protection plan starting at $7 per month. Why do I like this plan? Well, obviously you have your car insurance, your medical insurance. With a gig protection plan, if you get wrongfully terminated, if you get deactivated, they have a legal arm called Legal Rideshare. They send out the legal letters from attorneys and get you back into the seat. If you get into an injury, if you get into an accident, you're in hospital, your car's in the workshop, they kick in and cover 80% of your lost earnings. Now, the company that I said that they work with is legalrideshare.com. They are in Chicago, and they are a law firm that specializes in the legal world of rideshare. So if you have an injury or your car's badly damaged and you're out of the business for a while. I just had my foot broken in 3 places. It wasn't a car accident, but had it been a car accident while on Uber and Lyft, I would have reached out to them. I slipped and fell and broke 3 bones, but I've been out of commission for 2.5 months. That's a lot of lost wages. So they will handle the entire insurance claim for you, and follow up with the insurance company, and they only get paid when you get paid. So check them out at legalrideshare.com. Thank you.